Here's the whole thing. Your time is finite. Your list of tasks can be infinite. And if this is true, and I think it is, then doing the most important things with the limited time you have just makes sense. This video could be an hour long. There's really so much to say about this topic, but I'm going to keep it short. In today's video, I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit and show you how I manage my time and tasks. This is a very personal approach and a very different type of video from my usual content. Stick around. It's worth a few minutes of your time. Hi, my name is Rich, and before I dive in and show you my iPad setup, please hear my story out. At the time of this video, I'm 63 years old, and while I've been fortunate to have accomplished some important things in my life, I've chased a lot of rabbits too. It's so easy to do in a world that tells you to keep hustling. When I was a young attorney, I wanted to be as productive as I could be, and I surely got a lot of things done. But as I got older, I still wanted to be productive, not so that I could get even more things done, but so that I'd have some margin time. Time to take a break every once in a while, and that really helped lower the speed at which I was living. Fast forward to a few years ago, and I started listening to David Sparks' podcast, Mac Power Users. I related to David because he's an attorney too. Living the life of an attorney is so pressure-packed. Your time is not your own. And if you care about your clients and want to provide the best help you can, then the margin of error is really, really small. Recently, David released a productivity field guide, and the whole concept is based on roles, not goals. In other words, the important things in life are mostly related to your many roles. I'm a husband and a father. I'm a son and a brother, I'm a woodworker and a YouTuber, and I have other roles too. And so my task lists are related to those roles. If something comes up for me to do, and it doesn't fall within one of those important roles, then I ask myself if this is something I should be doing. And most of the time, it's not. And so that task never makes it onto my list. I think you get the idea. Okay, let me show you how I know what tasks I want to do and how I schedule them, because remember, your time is finite, your task list is not. All right, let's get started. Okay, the first thing I want to take a look at is just my reminders list. If I tap on reminders and bring it up, you'll see I have a lot of lists over here. And over the years, I've made a bunch of videos on reminders, and I've had it set up a whole bunch of different ways. But this is the way I use it in my day-to-day life. I keep a reminders list here because sometimes I use Siri to add reminders. And then I put in some of the roles that I have. I'm a husband, I'm a family man, try to be healthy, I work on our cars and keep them up, I'm a woodworker, I manage various projects around the house, I'm a friend, and I maintain things too. And so I've created these roles that I play, and when I sit down and do a review, I try to look at each one of these roles and what I want to do to move the ball forward related to those roles. For example, as a husband, I want to take my wife to dinner. I need to do that. We need to plan our summer vacation. I've been planning on making her a video of our early years when we first got married, and I was filming around with a big Channel 5 TV camera. I'm a family man. Our little grandson will be sleeping over with us soon. I'm going to help my daughter and son-in-law with some landscaping at their house and so forth. And so I have a whole bunch of chores that are in here. I have up here at the list, at the top, a tag list called All. And you may see that, you may not. If you want to see that and you don't see it, you can just simply tap the circle with the 3 dots and tap on Edit Lists. And then you're going to see all of the pinned lists you can have. You can have today, scheduled, completed, and assigned to me. And now they all show up. I don't really care to see all of those, so I just keep all and flagged. That's all that I need to see, so that's how I've got that. So if I tap on flagged, I have nothing here, and if I tap on all, I have all of my tasks in here broken down by the various roles. So here's how I choose what I'm going to do. Each week, I go through and take a look at the various tasks that I've added throughout the week, and then I try to pick out what do I want to do the coming week. And so what I do is I tap on the little circle up here at the top, and I choose Select Reminders. And I know Rhonda and I are going to dinner. I'm going to work on the video. We've got Justin with a sleepover. We are going to have a family dinner with everybody. I've got to schedule my annual blood work. And I need to repair the garage cabinet. That's got to be done. And so now I've chosen the things that I'd like to do this next week. And if you go down here to this circle in the bottom right, you can tap on that and just tap flag. And now I've flagged each one of those things that I want to do, and now I've kind of whittled my list down to something that's a little bit easier to look at. So these are the things that I want to do in the upcoming week or so. So now that I have that list up like that, I simply drag them onto my calendar. So if I swipe up and I pull my calendar up, drag it over, now I've got split screen. And we're going to start for next week. So I'm going to take Rhonda to dinner on Friday. I tap and drag it over to Friday at 5. And I leave that there and I click Add. And it schedules it. I'm going to work on the video. Drag that down. I'm going to work on that Thursday afternoon. I click Add. Justin's sleepover will be Saturday. And I'll put that at 5 o'clock because we're going to take him to dinner too. And then we're going to have a family dinner on Wednesday. And that too will be at 5 o'clock. And I'll click Add. I'm going to schedule my annual blood work Monday morning at 9 when the doctor's office opens. I'll click Add. And then Monday afternoon, I'm going to work on the garage cabinet after work. And I'll click Add. And now I have the various things on my task list scheduled for the upcoming week, and I can sort of see what I've got coming up. I use my calendar, frankly, more than I use my task list because, again, my time is finite. You know, what am I going to be doing over the next week? I could have 100 things on my list of things to do, but I might only be able to get to a half a dozen of them depending on what's going on in the coming week. And so I just schedule them out that way, and I sit down and I do a review each week, and then I just plan out my week, and that's it. It's a very simple way to keep track of things, but it's also a way to make sure that you're doing the important things that you should be doing. I hope that all makes sense. So that's the direction I'm taking with my tasks and time. I feel really good about it. You know, I have no idea what tomorrow will bring, but I do know I want to do the most important things I can with whatever time I have. Okay, that's enough for today's video. It was pretty heavy. I hope it's given you a little food for thought. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.